Hey guys, what's up? I am here today to talk to you about the solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo that happens on the 1st of September 2016. Now, I do talk about this in your September monthly horoscope videos that I have coming up for you guys. I'm putting out this video separately because I know that I'm not going to have all of the September general horoscopes for every sign up before the 1st or on the 1st, even that. Besides doing astrology, I am also a mom and I do work a 9 to 5, so I can't always meet the deadlines like I should as far as getting things out right, when the month starts or right before the month starts. But I will have your September forecast for every single sign during the first week of September. I'll have them out for you guys. But in the meanwhile, focusing on the solar eclipse. Now, this happens on the 1st in the sign of Virgo at 9 degrees Virgo, I believe it is. And this is in conjunction with the North Node. The North Node is not a planet, it's not an asteroid, it's not a physical celestial body. It is a point that's calculated. And what it represents is pretty much acceleration up north. Whatever is near it, it accelerates the energy of it that much more. So with this being an eclipse, eclipses are very powerful. This is a new moon eclipse. New moons usually bring something brand new to the table, a new beginning. It can wipe out something old in order to welcome in something new. And eclipses last longer as far as the effects of them than regular new moons. Regular new moons are usually from 1 month to the next, but eclipses, the effects last up to 6 months, it is said. So what this is doing in the sign of Virgo for all of us as a collective, it is bringing about a new beginning in, Virgo type ways for us, which is taking care of ourselves, our bodies, and also the environment around us, and really paying attention to the details in life, okay? And Mercury is in retrograde. It goes fully retrograde like a couple days before this new moon. So it's a sign of Virgo also, which has to do with details. Details. So we really need to be focusing on the details in life in general. And this new moon is going to enhance that lesson for us as a collective so much more. This new moon solar eclipse is also in opposition to Neptune, which is in the sign of Pisces. So Neptune and Pisces, Neptune rules the sign of Pisces, gives it its qualities. And when they both come together, it's like super powerful Piscean energy. It's an energy of disillusion and delusion and illusion. So we can be kind of confused. We can kind of lose track of things. And Virgo energy is opposite to that, and it's totally the opposite. It's like nitpicking at every little thing, counting every little thing, every penny, every little microscopic detail. You see it all and you keep track of it. But Neptune energy, opposite to that, is like, it's total hippie energy, okay? Like, I'm a Pisces moon and I have my moon in an aspect to Neptune, so I am really Neptunian hippie. Like, hey guys, who cares about the details or the time? Like, let's just be and let's just flow and let's just do. So that is Neptune energy. So this is why there's this opposition. The two don't really completely get along. So Neptune in opposition to this eclipse can cause some confusion, as I mentioned. It can cause things to, like, our perception of reality can be a little bit clouded in whatever area that this eclipse is going to affect us as individuals as well. It can cause that. So we really need to make sure that we stay grounded and focused on the details that are very important with this solar eclipse. So with all that being said, I'm going to get to how it affects each sign individually. For Aries, this is happening in your 6th house. This is the area of life that rules work and your health and the things that you do on a day-to-day basis to take care of your body, take care of the environment around you. And also it's your work environment. That includes the workplace in general, your desk, the duties that you do at work, and all of those things. So what this eclipse is going to bring you within the next 6 months is a great significant change in your work environment. This can mean your actual job that you do. My Aries people can be changing it up when it comes to jobs, getting a new job, maybe getting a new position within the same workplace to where you move to another area. This can mean maybe you have to let go of a job position, or maybe you do get let go from a job. I don't want to scare you guys, but I'm just being completely honest as usual. You can be let go from one, but remember, when one door closes, another one opens, okay? And that's something that the eclipses and new moons in general can bring about for you. So definitely a change when it comes to work. This can mean, as far as your health, that you finally figure out something. If you're an Aries that has been going through any health issues, I know the planet Uranus is in Aries right now, and it will be for a couple more years. Uranus is an energy of nervousness, okay, and anxiety, and feeling very antsy, and like it's an energy that rules electricity. So when this energy is passing over you guys, Aries, your body, yourself, it gives you this like wired, antsy feeling. And I know a lot of Aries people, people with different planets in Aries and ascendant in Aries as well, who are really going through this anxious time right now and have anxiety and have to take herbal supplements, or if they're okay with taking pharmaceuticals, they're taking those for anxiety or doing some sort of treatments, you know, to calm the anxiety. So some of my Aries people, with this eclipse, you can find a solution to any type of health issues, any anxieties that you have, nervousness, inability to focus, you know, those are all something that you guys as a collective have been suffering from. So new beginning with health is with this solar eclipse as well. For my fellow Tauruses, I'm a Taurus sun, so this affects me as well. This eclipse is happening in our 5th house. This is the area of life that rules several things: children, casual romantic encounters and dating, your own business if you start it from scratch and grow it yourself, creativity, creative hobbies and projects that you have. So these are all going to be affected, or one or some of them will be affected for you in some sort of way. Now this can mean in the lives of your children, if you already have children, a big change happens for them. It can be for the positive, you know, you'll need to really be there for your children, be very supportive of whatever new beginning happens for them with this eclipse. Or if you don't have children and you're trying to have children, in the next 6 months, this eclipse can set the tone for that to happen for you, for more fertility type of energy to be given to my Tauruses. If you're involved in a creative endeavor, this can be a great opportunity within the next 6 months to turn it into a business if you wish to do so. Or if you just need some more fun in your life, Taurus. I know I do as a Taurus. This can set the tone for finding a fun hobby, or just more fun in life in general within the next 6 months. Whether that be, you know, if you're single, dating more, getting out there, like going on some really, really fun dates, fun times with other people. This can be friends as well, not just dating partners, you know. And really just experiencing life, a lot more joy in life, pretty much. You know, this is an energy, this is an area of life that rules the heart, the joys of the heart, what really gets your heart going. As far as romance, this is the butterflies in the stomach type of romance. You know, the honeymoon phase, as they say, like when people first start dating, they get so excited to hear from that person or to see them. Your heart beats so fast. Like, that's the energy of the 5th house. Some of my Tauruses may be craving that more in their lives during this time. This eclipse can definitely bring more of that to you, or give you some ideas on how to go out and get it for yourself. For my Geminis, this is happening in your 4th house. This is the area of life that rules your home and your family. So some of my Geminis, if you are looking to move, if your home is no longer comfortable for whatever reason, if you're in an uncomfortable living situation with other people, if you just don't like where you live anymore, you feel like you need a change of address, a change of scenery, maybe even to move to a different city or state. This is not usually the energy of moving far away, but it can happen. Or just moving, you know, within the same city or town, moving in general, changing something to do with home. This can mean the home that you already own and that you already live in. You might want to do some renovations around that place. You know, you might want to change it up, redecorate, restructure, knock something down, build something up. Something with home will definitely change. This also has to do with family. That means your family members. So there could be a big change in your family dynamics in some sort of way. a big change in the life of one of your family members. Can be more than likely like a parental figure as well. This can also mean family members, like not necessarily blood relatives, but people that you consider to be family. A change in the relationship with them can happen. So definitely home and family, huge change for you within the next 6 months, Gemini. So for Cancers, this solar eclipse is in your third house. The third house rules communication and skills of the hands and traveling out and about throughout your city and the vicinity of where you live. And this also rules siblings and cousins and, you know, people that you belong to on a team and small groups. So a new beginning can happen here within the next 6 months in regards to any of those things. This can mean learning some new skills, like maybe not long-term big college education type of classes, but maybe taking small classes to learn something new. For example, maybe cooking classes. My Cancers are really naturally great with food and the taste of food and the texture. You guys are wizards with that stuff by nature. So this is an opportunity to maybe take some culinary classes to enhance your skills. That's just one suggestion, but classes in anything to learn a new skill can be possible within the next 6 months. Also, I've seen people get new vehicles when they have a significant transit to their third house. And this can initiate something like that because the third house rules getting around day to day, and it also rules the tools that you use, you know, to get around. So that can be a car, a bicycle, or what have you. So this can definitely happen for you guys as well with the solar eclipse. For my Leos, this happens in your second house. This is the area of life that rules the money that you earn, the money that you make, the money that you spend, whether or not you budget it, if you save it. I mean, this is all ruled by the second house. Material possessions are also included in here, and also how you value yourself and how you value the material world in general. So with all that being said, Leo, you guys can have a change of job as well. You guys can have a change in pay at your current job. You guys can go out and get a second job if you find that to be necessary. So this is coming up for you within the next 6 months. Maybe you start looking at the material world in a different way. I know, generally speaking about the energy of Leo, you guys usually like things that are a little bit more high dollar than some of the other signs because you guys feel like royalty and like you deserve the best, okay? And if you're a very material Leo, then you will be looking around for the best material items in the material world. So you can start maybe having a new beginning with how you look at that. And instead of going out and grabbing those name brand things, you can find alternatives that can help you to save money. Maybe you don't really budget very well and something's going to be brought to your attention, you know, that this eclipse initiates to help you to see how to budget your money better, how to manage it better, how to save. Maybe you might start saving for something major like a house, a car, you know, just something in regards to money will change for my Leos. For my Virgos, this eclipse is in your sign. So it will affect you. It can affect you in any type of way. A huge new beginning in your life within the next 6 months in any area of life, especially for my Virgos born within a few days of the eclipse, like say for example the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st of August, the 1st, which the day the eclipse happens, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th-ish. Okay, within that week, if your birthday falls within that week, then this eclipse is really going to be significant for you because every year your birthday is actually called your solar return in astrology because it's the day that the sun comes back around and meets the point where the sun was at the moment that you were born. And if there's an eclipse around or on that day, it sets the tone for, especially if you were born on the 1st, it sets the tone for the next year. Whatever happens on your birthday up above is what's going to set the tone for your next year, like from one birthday to the next. So this eclipse is very powerful for those people born on those days that I mentioned. But for all Virgos, you can have a change in career, in life path, in how you view yourself as a person, what you represent, because this energy is bringing about more of the I am. Who am I? What do I represent in this world? How do people see me? You know, so this is going to be something that is going to be more of a focus for you, and a change can happen there. This can mean with your appearance as well. Some of my Virgos might drastically decide to change their appearance, you know, after this eclipse. If you usually have long hair, you might want to chop and buzz that stuff off, honey. Dye it and color it all kinds of colors. Ooh, I know I would if I didn't work a corporate job and this eclipse was happening for me. Yes, I would. But for you guys, you can make some drastic changes. Maybe some of you might get a plastic surgery, which I don't recommend while Mercury is retrograde, especially in your sign, Virgo, right this moment. But this is, you know, the next 6 months, this initiates something for that to happen during that time. So big changes within your life. You can decide to leave a relationship, okay? Because you guys have Neptune in Pisces in your relationship house for several more years. I believe until 2023. If I'm not mistaken. I don't have my calculations in front of me. But you guys are going to have Neptune there, causing some confusion at times with relationships. Are we together? Are we not? This person is playing games with me, or are they not? They're playing mind games and confusing me in relationships. What's going on? I don't know. Like, I don't know what our status is. All that type of garbage a lot of my Virgos have been going through for the last several years with this Neptune energy there. So you can decide, Virgo, if you have a relationship like that, let it go and become a brand new you and shine out to the world so much better, so much more confident in yourself, and say, this is me, this is who I am, love me or leave me be. I am confident, I am secure. You must be solid and have your together if you want to be with me, okay? For my Libras, this is happening in your 12th house, and that is the area that rules relaxation, your subconscious and unconscious mind. It rules escapism, like escaping from the world and really going deep within the self and the mind and figuring out a lot of things, okay? It can mean also karma, karmic relationships. Tying up loose ends is also associated with this energy. That means maybe apologizing to people or getting an apology from someone finally, you know, after a long time of holding a grudge and not talking. This can mean you need to learn how to take care of your spirit and your soul a lot better, Libra. You know, you may be like a busy body, a busy person right now, and then you are neglecting to really take the time out for yourself to relax and to really go within and think about your life in a wide perspective, because this is all about big picture here, okay? And imagination, which leads to creativity. A lot of my Libras, generally speaking about your energy, you guys are very in touch with art and creativity. With this eclipse, this can bring about a new creative endeavor for you. This can also bring about more compassion, an opportunity to maybe volunteer in some compassionate type of activity or cause. This can bring about maybe even a trip to a far away land, preferably one around a body of water, because the 12th house rules very far away places, okay? So you guys could be taking a nice big trip in the next 6 months. So that's what the eclipse is bringing for my Libras. For my fellow Scorpions, I am a Scorpio rising, so this affects me too. This eclipse is happening in our 11th house of friendships and groups of like-minded people. This energy is going to be helping us to find our tribe a lot better. Don't mind my mane blowing in the wind, okay? But finding our groups of people that we feel at home with. It's kind of like, I call it my fellow alien energy, okay? Because Scorpios especially, a lot of times we feel like outsiders. You know, we're one of those signs that feel that a little bit more than others. And it's because we see things with X-ray vision around us. And it's kind of hard a lot of times for us to make friends because we see right through the BS. We see right through lies, you know. So it's hard to make friends. Well, and this eclipse can initiate joining a new group of people that kind of see life in the same perspective as you do. Or maybe even just getting a new friend, one solo friend that you can actually trust, which we Scorpions have trouble with trust issues. Okay. And maybe it can be letting go of a friendship that no longer fits within your lifestyle. You know, maybe you and a friend, like, you just really don't see eye to eye. You guys live totally different lives, and it's finally like, you know what, I'm done. Or maybe a fight happens. I'm just being honest, Scorpio. You know, maybe a little disagreement to where you just say, you know what, F this, we're not friends anymore. That can happen with this eclipse in the next 6 months. This can also mean joining a new organization, joining like some online groups. This can mean a lot of online internet support from other people. I know myself as a Scorpio rising, I will give you guys more information about this in another video at another time, but just a sneak peek, I am going to be publishing a website, okay? And it's not like a spectacular website. It's like a landing page to where people can go and order readings. Right now, that's all that it is, but it is going to be leading into me doing a website that has articles and all kinds of information, you know, on astrology and readings and all kinds of cool stuff. I'm so excited to initiate that. And this is what's being initiated with this eclipse, because the 11th house rules the masses, reaching the masses, the internet. So, you know, a great opportunity to network with new people within the next 6 months for my Scorpions. For my Sagittarian friends, this is happening in your 10th house, which rules career and your social standing and status in this world. So career, oh my gosh, has been huge for my Sagittarians, because you guys have Saturn in your sign. Saturn rules hard work and career and being slow and steady, getting a lot of work done. Saturn has been pressuring my Sagittarians to finally grow up. And you know, you guys can have that Peter Pan syndrome. You guys want your freedom to fly around the world and whiz around as you please, smiling and just enjoying life. But Saturn, since like the last year, has been putting so much pressure on you to stop and to really work hard towards maybe being a parent, maybe finally being a husband or wife, being in a committed relationship, being a career person, you know, instead of just floating around to different jobs or depending upon like the world to just give you money whenever you run out, okay? Maybe that, you know, magical genie has floated away off somebody else, you know, to another sign and is now leaving you dry as far as money. So you have to really shape up now. So this eclipse happening in your 10th house, which is similar energy to Saturn, it's all about hard work and career. You guys can really make some great changes happen to where you gain a new position of authority or just a new career in general. I have seen a lot of people when they have 10th house transits that are very significant like this, they are all of a sudden, they have an upshot into fame, you know, because this is your social status, people seeing you. This is the highest point in your chart, like the highest point in the sky. You know, you're being seen now. So if you're a Sagittarian, for example, that is trying to get something started to where you are seen out in public for some reason, like you're trying out acting or singing or dancing, something creative, or if you're trying to be on the internet, on YouTube, and you want to gain like this big following, this eclipse can really initiate that to happen within the next 6 months. But like I said, with Saturn in your sign, it's all about hard work. So put that in, Sagittarius, and you can really make some huge things happen for you. For my Capricorns, this is happening in your 9th house, which rules higher education and travel and philosophy. It's your beliefs, it is optimism and faith and all kinds of exciting things. So what can happen for you guys is, if any of my Capricorns are looking to go back to school to further your education in some sort of way, this eclipse can definitely initiate that to happen for you. A personal example of that is my husband is a Capricorn rising, and he is going to be completing something within his education to finally, you know, get that piece of paper that Capricorns hold so near and dear to them, like to prove a status, you know, to the rest of the world in a material way. So he's going to be completing that, you know, with his education, which is very important to him. This is going to be happening, you know, the same month as the eclipse. So that could be initiated for you guys. Go back to school or go to school, start going to school, go back to get that diploma, that GED, or to really start working on career goals. Because let me tell you guys, Jupiter moving into Libra in September as well is going to be moving into your 10th house of career, okay? And then in like a year and a half later, you're going to have Saturn move into your sign. So a lot of important career stuff is going to be happening for my Capricorns within the next year or two. So this can initiate furthering your education, furthering your training within a job or a field, so that when the other planets give you this beneficial energy to work hard and to really gain recognition, you can really make some really cool, exciting things happen for you guys. I know career and your social status is so important to you as a Cappy, so work hard and make it happen. This can also mean you start seeing life in a new optimistic light, okay? And not just in your own like material little bubble perception that you may have. You start seeing further out there and seeing possibilities. You start looking at people in a different light, you know, like it is possible for me to make friends with foreign people. I know that sounds so like mundane and small, but that's something that can happen. Or you can travel to different places around the world instead of staying in your city, in your town, and working and being traditional. No, you might get out there and really start seeing the world as something that belongs to you. And all the experiences within this whole entire world are possible for my Capricorns. For my Aquarius friends, this is happening in your 8th house, which rules inheritances, taxes, money shared with a partner, which can mean a husband, a wife, or a relationship partner, or a business partner. This can mean intimacy as well, finally letting down the walls that block out people from really getting to know you, and peeling away layers of yourself that you keep covered towards other people, and really letting someone see the raw you, okay? So in the next 6 months, this eclipse can initiate a new intimate relationship for my Aquariuses if you're open to that and looking for that. This can also initiate, I have seen an Aquarius get an inheritance of some sort. I've seen an Aquarius, they are going to reap the rewards of a lawsuit after this eclipse. Hopefully, you know, it's not something major for my Aquarians, like something traumatic that happens that brings about money, but it is possible that that can happen for you. Or it can mean gaining a new business partnership, getting like a business going to where you and these other people or other person generate a lot more revenue together as a team. So this is what's happening with this eclipse for my Aquarians. Last but not least, for my fellow Pisceans, I'm a Pisces moon, so this affects me too. Right along with you guys. This eclipse is happening in our opposite sign, which means relationships. Relationships. Woo, so I'm gonna have relations. Oh, sorry. Anyway, yes, relations can happen a lot more with this eclipse. It can bring more of that to you, but relationships with people in general. If you're a Pisces that is single and looking for love in the next 6 months, you can definitely have more of a chance to find it. If you are a Pisces that wants to be more socially accepted by other people, this eclipse can bring that for you. Or if you're looking for a business partnership with someone, this is a time to really link up with others, especially because Jupiter is moving into Libra this month too, and Libra is a sign of partnership, so you can really gain some great things in the next 6 months, and actually within the next year with the Jupiter. But with this eclipse, it can enhance more of that energy to really gain from partnering up with other people. So this is really a significant time for my Pisces if you're trying to build a business, partner up with people, or if you are trying to get a relationship, or if you're already in a relationship, Pisces, something can really change that is super significant for you. It can be a breakup, but remember what I said, when one door closes, another one opens. You may have needed to let go of this relationship anyway if this happens for you, to make room for someone who is so much more better for you, Pisces, who treats you better, or who's more fitting for your lifestyle and the direction that you're trying to take in your life. Especially because my Pisces, you guys have Saturn hanging out in your 10th house of career and social status, really working hard. A lot of my Pisces are working so hard right now. So if another person that you're partnered with in some sort of way is no longer fitting within that, you know, benefiting you, hey, this eclipse might bring it about that it's time to let them go, you know, and to welcome in a new relationship, a new partnership of some sort. Some of my Pisces can get married or engaged, you know, or yeah, just your relationship status can definitely change within the next 6 months. All right, guys, so that was it for this eclipse in Virgo on the 1st of September 2016. I hope it was helpful for you. Stay tuned for your September forecasts for each individual sign within the first week of September. I'll have those released for you. Also, stay tuned for information about my website to where you guys can go to order readings. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not already, because I do monthly forecasts every month. I do Venus transits, and there's so much more that I have in store coming up for you guys. All right? Well, take care. Happy eclipse season. Don't forget to manifest, pray, meditate, put your crystals out. Whatever it is that you do to connect to the unseen world, do that and make your wishes come true. All right, see you guys later. Peace.